That guy is streaming only Ghana right now.
So we move it closer.
No, we have one. Wide है ना?
नहीं नहीं but लोगों को नहीं रहते लेकिन
सब दिखेंगे ना? Right now ये कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. He is streaming only. That's what these people are eating.
तो यहाँ पे लोग आ रहे हैं तो they are like meeting people, meeting them.
Live stream. These two are live stream. This one and that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. We kindly ask everyone to take your seat so that we can start the festivities. Good evening, everyone. I kindly request everyone to take a seat so that we can start the festivities of this evening.
This will follow. Why is it better? Because we have better. We are going to come through the door.
Welcome, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Please welcome the parents and sisters of group, Padma Srinivasan and together to welcome the parents and sisters of the group, Padma Srinivasan, Srinivasan Jayaraman, and Vaishali Srinivasan. It's a long way.
In the they have Wi-Fi issues. Internet.
Wi-Fi problem.
No, we both cannot
I saw you Arangeta yesterday. You were there. After that, they were talking a lot, so I didn't know. I like the video that you done. It's crisp.
You should do it with Dada John. One song.
In fact, tomorrow morning I think house. So you wanted you are like you need 10 clones of you. Internship on that, so send a bunch of high schoolers.
We are ready to see. Perfect. Look, he's training.
This used to be this. 35. You change it now? Yeah, yeah. So why is it not going back?
Because they're recording. You're not allowed to. I can show you the passport. Just click the name. చిన్న ఇవ్వండి కొట్టి చూడండి. Live, laugh, happy. Neeraj.
This is good.
After sir, Aichi.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties we were experiencing earlier, but now we are back on track. The first thing that we were going to do is we're going to go ahead and have the cake cutting. And so I know that everyone's getting dinner, so don't worry. And just finish the cake with the fun story. So we hope you enjoy. Please enjoy the dinner.
with the poses, the vehicles that you want to do. Let me show you where you got it. Because
We saw that. Do we need both? I'll have one pointing this way. అవును ఒకటి ఇక్కడ పాయింట్ చేద్దాము ఇంకొకటి ప్రొజెక్ట్ यहाँ पर बैठेंगे I guess.
okay, so we'll put that one to them, this one projector. Okay, you guys gotta get out of the way.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about her. We first met in the mid-90s. I cannot say I was overly invested in meeting her, as my parents clearly felt that I wasn't enough. When she was born, she was a tall girl. I remember visiting her in the hospital. There she was, happily playing on the bed, and my first words to her was, "I don't like her." We locked eyes, and there it started, sibling rivalry. But she loved me. As we got older, she grew wiser and taller than me. There were times where people used to think that she's the older one. She was my shadow, and she followed me everywhere. She adored me. She knew what made me happy and exactly how to set me right. She had all the good expressions, especially through words. There was this one time when my mom scolded her and she wrote this huge poem titled, "I Hate My Mother." But as we got older, we grew closer and closer to each other. The countless number of times she has made podcasts for me, to the most beautiful dance recital experiences that we have shared, especially around nature, and to the n number of birthdays that we have surprised me with innovative ideas and gifts, and the countless birthdays that I failed to surprise you. You have always stood by me to protect it no matter what. I'm still in shock that my baby sister is all grown up and is married to this amazing man, Vamshek and Voodoo. I am so happy for both of you, and words cannot express how I feel about not being able to attend this event with you guys today. Congratulations, and I wish you nothing but happiness and love. Vamshek, take care of my little princess. She's very precious.
To come to the podium and say a few words, please. Mr. Raghuram.
We stand before you as a neighbor of Saravana. We got a front row seat to a growing of yours. Many of our great lives have come in our time. Many of our best experience and medical stories. Take a breath. Okay. We are the neighbors of Sadhakshi. So we stand before you, my wife, Subha, my son. Sanjay. We stand before you as the lucky neighbor of Saravana. We got a front row seat to our growing up years, and many of our great performances in Chennai are many accomplishments during school and medical school years. Sada wasn't just a neighbor.
Next one is Vaishali, his partner in crime, his best friend. Please welcome Vaishali to come to the podium and then say a few words.
Hello everyone. Today has not gone how we originally planned it to, but, hello, can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Today hasn't gone how we originally planned, but it's still a very, very important and special day for me, my parents, my niece's parents, as well as my sister-in-law and my brother. So we hope you fully and thoroughly enjoy. I did want to put a disclaimer, as after I wrote the speech, I realized many people don't know that I call my sister-in-law Money. And so in the same way that I call my mom and dad Amma and Appa, I call my sister-in-law Money, which is a loving, endearing, as well as respectful term for sister-in-law in Tamil. So I will be referring to her as Money throughout the speech. So just wanted to keep that there so people weren't confused. As many of you have known, I have given dozens, if not hundreds of speeches throughout the 20 years that I have lived here. But despite having numerous competitions and different speech tournaments, none of them could hold the importance that this speech holds to me. And I am so honored to be able to stand here and give this speech to all of you. Despite the importance of the speech, it was, without a doubt, the easiest speech that I have ever written. And that's because the contents of the speech are simply a reflection of who I am every day. Because the value of Vamshek's presence in my life has shaped me in every single way. He is my North Star, my role model, my superhero, and my biggest supporter. When I tear myself to the ground, he is the first person that pulls me up and shows me exactly what my self-worth is. It was the example that he set that built my constant desire to always give 200%. He's the one that showed me that I should always hope for the optimistic side of things in a sea of negatives. And my humor, my taste of music, my taste in movies, TV shows, everything is based off of the guidance that he gave me throughout my childhood, as he treated me not only as his sister, but as his responsibility and, as I was introduced, his best friend. This speech is supposed to talk about how great my brother is, but the very life I am living is the fruit of that tree. I know that as much as I hate to praise him, every accomplishment I've had in my life was acquired in the hopes to even be half of the person that he is. So while I may have only started writing the speech 3 days ago, I live by its content and message every single day, and will continue to do so for the rest of my life. Because everywhere he goes, he seems to leave a legacy. Trust me, I am not exaggerating. The very first time I stepped onto the campus of Union College, the same college that he went to, I was bombarded with people saying, "Oh my God, you're Vamshek's little sister?" He was like the legend of Lynn. And to say the very least, every time I heard it, you would think that, I would have constantly had been ticked off. But neither I, nor the many peers who sat under his spotlight, could ever hate him. Why? Because he's so well-intentioned. He's earned his titles and respect with unwavering dedication and hard work. And despite it, he never brings anyone down. He always has this cool, relaxed composition. Fun and carefree, but still perfectly balanced with maturity, intelligence, and humility. He has a patience unlike any other. Nothing could falter Vamshek's emotions. He had a disposition with stability unlike any other. That is, of course, until Money came along. The same dude who never batted an eye, or even the slightest hurdle, or the largest hurdle, or the largest emotional inconvenience, called me not even 3 weeks after speaking to her for the first time. This guy was pacing his apartment. He had his nails in his mouth, he was biting them off, he was so anxious. And he's like breathing heavy, and he looks at me and he goes, "This girl has ruined me." dozens of times in the months that we searched for the perfect girl for Vamshik to meet all of his expectations and hopes and desires and who he would hold his future and his family with. And I know that my mom also had so many concerns about it throughout the entire process, but my brother would always say, it's not like she's going to be born out of thin air. She's living, and she's living her life somewhere. And nothing could be more true. Money is the mini idli to Vamshik's sampad, the paneer butter masala to Vamshik's garlic naan, the pani to his booty, and the mango lassi to his life. I have quite literally never seen a more perfect match. She perfectly complements his innocent, hope-filled humor and view of the world, while making him run for his money with her intelligence and her competence. She brings out his youthful joy and excitement unlike anything else, and if I wasn't there to watch the entire process, you would have to pay me to believe it was arranged. If anything, it was arranged by the gods and fate itself. And I am truly, truly blessed to have witnessed such a perfect union. I've spent the good chunk of my youth following Vamshik's unrelenting guidance. He was the shoulder to cry on, the phone to call in the midst of a panic attack, and the voice of reassurance in a cloud of self-doubt. And with money, my support has now doubled. I now have 2 role models, 2 supporters, and 2 guides through the dark uncertainties of my future. So thank you in advance. And thank you, Manvi, for loving Vamshik to levels that I could never have even fathomed. In your hands, you hold the heart of my entire world. So please keep it safe. I hope you both have eternal blessings and happiness. And I love you both, and I'm so ready for the memories that we are going to make. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have 2 of Vamshik's closest friends from undergrad and medical school who studied, lived and grew from boys to men together. First, please welcome Saad Akhtar, second year head and neck surgery resident at Boston University.
Hi everyone, my name is Saad Akhtar and I've had the pleasure of knowing Vamshik for the past 10 years, 8 of which were at our undergraduate college and medical school where we were roommates. I have spent a lot of time with Vamshik, so I consider myself kind of an expert when it comes to Vamshik. What do I mean by expert? Well, the prolific author Malcolm Gladwell writes in his book Outliers that to be an expert in anything in life, whether it's a hobby or a profession, it takes 10,000 hours at the least. And I can easily say I've spent much more than that with just Vamshik. When we were in school, we did everything together. The same classes, the same clubs and sports. We even meal prepped every week, all of our food together. Eventually, Saad and Vamshik were synonymous terms for each other on campus, and you'd never hear one name in a sentence without the other. Vamshik and I were so similar that when we wrote our essays and lab reports, we wrote them separately, but then checked each other to change them so that they didn't sound like we were plagiarizing off of each other. And even with that, we scored virtually the exact same score on every single one of our exams, whether it was small quizzes all the way to USMLE Step 1 Step 2. So, you know, it really got to a point where Vamshik and I can look at each other and know what the other person is thinking. I got married 2 months ago, and I was up on stage, and Vamshik and I had a whole conversation just with the head on it, so I was looking at him. So while right now we're all celebrating Vamshik and Sadhakshi, before Vamshik and Sadhakshi, it was Vamshik and Saad. And just as Saad moved on to Sadhakshi moved in, a very smooth transition mentioned Vamshek very smoothly, down to the similar sounding names. I like it. Anyway, Sadhakshi, so I wanted to give you a glimpse about what living with Vamshek is like. I've always known Vamshek to be a very committed person. In fact, when I first met him in college on the first day of orientation, I texted him later and said, "Hey man, it was great meeting you today. Do you want to play tennis this Friday?" And unfortunately for me, he said, "Sorry man, I can't. I have commitments." I was like, okay, I guess this man's committed. Later on, I found out that Vamshek was committed not just to people or to things, but he was committed to experiences. He always wanted to have the college experience of studying so hard you spend the whole night in the library and wake up there, right? So one night during our first finals week at Union, Vamshek and I finished our final essays by 9 p.m., went back to our dorms and grabbed our pillows and blankets and went back to the library to sleep in the library and have that college experience checked off our bucket list. While Vamshek's commitment to sharing interesting experiences with those around him is clearly palpable, the one commitment I respect the most about Vamshek is his commitment to moral character. While Vamshek and I have very different upbringings and different religions, I have never met anyone with the moral aptitude that Vamshek has. He always stands up for what is right, he holds fast to his decent and modest family values, and he never compromises on the moral principles that are important to him. He has a level of foresight and maturity I have never seen in anyone else. I've spent countless hours sitting up at night, Sadhakshi, talking with Vamshek about what his vision was for his future family, his thoughts on societal trends, and how nervous he is that his kids will one day hold steadfast the same traditions that he and his family find meaningful. So Sadhakshi, you should know that Vamshek will be the most committed person you will ever meet. Committed to you and the journey that you are beginning, because he has spent night and day perseverating over every single aspect about it. I want to leave you all with one final thought. Contemporary poet Maya Angelou says, a famous line, "People may not remember who you are, they may not remember what you did, but they will never forget the way you made them feel." So Vamshek, you may call me your best friend, but you've been like a brother to me. And Sadhakshi, I know that Vamshek will fill your life with the same happiness and joy that he has filled mine, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you a successful and happy marriage. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I never met you up until today, but just by being family friends with Vamshek and his parents, I know more about you than anybody else. So I had an imaginary fiction figure in my mind. Almost fit the same. Thank you. Okay, last but certainly not the least, please welcome Stephen, a second-year pediatrics resident at Brown University. Stephen.
I have to follow that up. Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. My name is Stephen, and I have known Vamshek for the better part of 8 years as his classmate, colleague, roommate, and of course, as one of his best friends. Now, with my credentials established, it is an absolute honor and pleasure to be invited to speak at such an auspicious occasion. So allow me to share some moments over the years and kindly remind the gentle groom himself that, yes, you did ask for this. The year is 2014. A young, dapper gentleman enters his first year of college as part of the combined medical program, ready to learn and study. Now, I'm not sure what Vamshek's first impression of me was when he saw me on campus, but I distinctly recall all our grand adventures and misadventures. With our trio established, can't forget about Saad, of course, we proceeded to do such fun things as suffer through organic chemistry, watch a squirrel steal Saad's trail mix right out of the bag, contemplate skipping our graduate level night courses, pretending to almost get kicked out of our program with a single email, and absolutely dominate the dance floor of Shakti formals. Thank you, Raj. Come time for our matriculation to medical school, we were already an inseparable bunch. We did our apartment hunting together, settled into our luxurious Albany space, and subsequently proceeded to never be there, as we spent more time in the library and hospital than justifies our monthly rent payment. Regardless, you can imagine over the course of 8 years, I have some memorable tales of Vamshek. So here's a brief collection that I do believe highlight his character, while also having some laughs at his expense. One time when Vamshek came home after witnessing the miracle of life on his obstetrics rotation, he raved to myself and Saad about how we just don't understand what he just saw, and that he truly appreciates the sanctity of life. One time when Vamshek was working as the AV tech support for our medical school lectures, he forgot to turn off the microphone as our esteemed lecturer went to the bathroom and took a sip of water outside the lecture hall. You can imagine all of our expressions as the sounds emanated through the hallways. One time, Vamshek graciously cooked me chili paneer for dinner after a long day at the hospital. It was delicious, but also had one too many green chili peppers for my skin tone. Fast forward to the following morning, and I was almost unable to make it to my mandatory lecture due to his excellent cooking trapping me in the bathroom for one painful yet memorable experience. I think that segues nicely into something that I always admire Vamshek for, and it's his inclusivity. By being blessed with not one, but 2 Indian roommates, I learned so much about the collective culture, cuisine, traditions, and religious obligations. I was welcomed with open arms with my curiosity and was rewarded for it. I learned a little bit of Tamil, learned how to make a delicious sambar from scratch, watched the adrenaline-pumping boom movies, and appreciated when Vamshek would often attend temple and explain the significance of the many gods, Ganesh being my favorite, and what it meant to be Brahmin. And of course, a part of this is a big, multi-stage Indian wedding. I remember when Vamshek told us about you, Sadhakshi. As you know, he can be fairly reserved at times, but not that day. He excitedly called us up over FaceTime and said how he found the one. He showed us the ring. He explained how he planned the rishta to go. He also sheepishly asked for advice on a workout regimen for the inevitable shirtless part of the traditional wedding. I have never seen him so excited, so enamored, so absolutely in love. And remember this is the same person that witnessed the sanctity of life. The photos, videos, and conversations I've had with him thereafter only proved to reinforce the fact that this was a union guided and blessed by the stars. And so thank you all for allowing me to take a moment of your time to celebrate this beautiful couple. Vamshek, Sadhakshi, I wish you both a lifetime of happiness and love, and I'm overjoyed to be able to celebrate this most auspicious occasion with the both of you and everyone here. Let us all celebrate their love and union together. And with that, I leave you with a few words that help to explain why I've affectionately been nicknamed Sanjeev. Navatagu Santoshama Yiringu.
Thank you, Stephen. Now you are officially part of the family. Do you know why? 2 things. One, you love sambar, and you spoke few Tamil words. Thank you. Okay, next step. Mr. Srinivasan Jayaraman wants to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. It's kind of emotional as well as very happy to be here. And I'm seeing a lot of friends from Chicago. Let's give a big round of applause to all those travel from California, Boston, Chicago, and around some from India also. So I want to thank everyone actually, those who travel from different places. It shows even after we moved 8 years back from Chicago to Dallas, one of my mentor and ex-boss, he pulled me here actually. It was not easy. But I see everyone actually after 8 years, actually most of you coming in from Chicago, it shows me how much I am missing and how our kids are missing the Chicago union actually with the friends and families. It's really touching, and then I see Sharon was in Chicago, we went to California, and then she flew in actually. So a lot of people actually who flew in actually showing the affection, right? So I want to thank you all first. And a lot of people actually here actually for the past 6 months or 9 months actually from January to here now to August. It has been a journey. We kind of first finding the girl and then the engagement and then getting the marriage done in India and then coming here. I know a lot of friends and families here in Dallas as well as back home. Those who are watching actually from other relatives. I just want to say thank you. It's not just a thank you. There is a lot of coordination needs to happen when we are here, and we have to perform the wedding in India. It takes a lot of commitment and both to be organized. Those who are watching on the live stream, so I just want to be really I thank everyone, all my brothers and extended families. Similarly, one thing I need to tell. So I have all of my families and Burma here and. Sadhakshi, her mom and dad couldn't come here, and her sister is actually in about to deliver the baby in a week or two, so she couldn't join. So I know she's in our family, but I know how much no one is here. I just want to say it's Swana, and we are part of the family. We are all together, and I feel for nobody is here, but it's what it is. So it's we couldn't make it happen. Actually, to really come down here, bring them here. For all the Chicago friends and then the Dallas Satsangam, I am a part of the SCNT temple here, a volunteer. I know a lot of my friends actually from the SCNT is here actually from the SCNT temple. I extended my relationship in some various ways actually when I moved in here in 2016. And when I look at it here actually, I never had more than 20 hardcore families from Chicago, but here I have almost close to I can say 150 to 200 families now. So I extended my connections actually in the last 8 years very much, and I thank you for everyone's support actually throughout this journey and in my day-to-day life. And for all of you making it here, I want to thank you. One thing I wanted to tell Vamshek and Sadhakshi is we can look for the kids to be this way or that way. I always thankful to God. Somewhere, some supreme power is driving them to really be what they are, and He can only give so much He can give to the kids. They have to pick it up, and I am very happy, and I want to say, Vamshek, for all the good things, the daddy and the father and the son relationship, it is a very, very delicate relationship. Actually, it is a very beautiful relationship when it is really all working out together. But I haven't seen him really, he will hold on to the principles. He will say, even if he is not happy, he will come back and then say, communicate how to really address some of the things actually. And I haven't seen a kid actually, I have been knowing the friends and family circle, even within our families. He is unique, not just because of my son I am saying this, he is unique. We are so fortunate to get him. And I am sure the same way that is true in the last 4 months or 6 months we have been talking to you. And we are happy to have you, and we are seeing all the positive sides and the good things. I wish you both a very, very blessed life and healthy and happy married life. And I want you to be, both of you to be very loving each other, continue the relationship, and then enjoy this. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming here. So, I think we kind of moved it, the program got disturbed, so I know we kind of started the dinner, we kind of planned all of this to really start the appetizer and then finish the speech, then start the dinner and then we will cut the cake. That's the original plan. We kind of mixed up everything. So I know you are all been holding, so please go and then help yourself, continue with the dinner and then we will play some music actually. And then Padma, I think I forgot actually, so she's with me. I can't really thank enough how much Padma plays a role in my life. She will speak her mind, and in the zodiac we call it Tula Rasi, which is a balance actually. She will never go this balance or that balance. You have to really stick in the middle. The balance really needs to be in the middle. She will try to make sure that whenever I go this side or that side, she will really stood up in the middle of it. And all her support actually. So during all this time actually, she really played a major role, and we thought a lot of things, and we kind of execute things together. And I love you. And I just wanted to, I don't want to say thank you to you, but I forgot to tell all the friends actually who helped in the backstage actually to those who are helping me from the facility and the cameras actually. So there is so much coordination happens in the background. I missed to inform everyone. I wanted to thank you everyone for making this happen. And Vaishali, I missed my daughter. I think the event was put together by Vaishali. So she does the planning actually right at the 2 o'clock. If you look at it, the cake actually, so the websites and everything, all those designs actually she did herself. And the cake design was done for her, and she goes into the nth degree to really get the perfection. I know she gets struggle and she will put all her effort. And I want to say that sometimes I will say, we are really putting this much effort actually to really get it, but she wanted to get the perfection. And that's what her enjoyment is. I want to thank her all the continue to grow and then see how to balance the work. And then I really want to say thank you to you, Vaishu. So thank you, I love you.
Hi everyone. Of course, Srini spoke enough and kids all spoke about Vamshek as well. But I really wanted to take just a few minutes to talk about my new daughter, who just walked into our life, and her wonderful parents and a sister. You know, we all know it takes a lot of effort to bring a kid, just to make sure to have them follow their family values, traditions, because that speaks a volume more about us, who we are. No matter where we work, what we do, what we eat, everything, but from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep, the values, the cultures, what we grew up with, it comes. And that's not just me and Shane, that's what we try to bring up our kids and all. But always, as what Vaishali said, there was always a big question. How am I going to find a family who is more similar to me? More similar to how we see the values? And how are we going to make this happen? Even for Vamshek, 2 things I always tell him. You can find a girl of your choice, but you have to make sure that all the check boxes that me and Appa has, Appa means daddy, Appa has to. So if I'm going to find somebody, I make sure that your check boxes are checked. That's a deal I have. Every year he comes back, is there any new person has come, anything new? He's like, no Amma, I don't think so. I don't think so, nobody is going to meet your expectation. That's what he always says. Of course he's too busy. I also try to keep the kids busy so that they don't get distracted also. That's my job. I don't tell them, okay, yeah, did you find anybody? But I tell them, even before you say anything to anybody, you have to come and tell me first. And then we work it out, okay? But I always ask him that question. So, more than 200, 300, like, you know, I'm just going through this journey. I'm just explaining the journey that I went through, how I. And then, like, now, he has very less time, but he gives me the time to talk to me on that. And then, like, you know, I think I clearly remember I picked up the phone and I spoke to Sadhakshi's father, January 19th of this year, okay, I spoke to him. And then we really liked him. Like, you know, the first of all, it's me and Raghu. we just kind of gelled. I liked, and then I said, Srini, I think we should come and talk. Sadhakshi's parents, Pavitra and Raghuram, Vifor's parents talk. Srini felt, at the end of the call, Srini felt, we are more like that. We felt the connection as a family, because the connection is very important for us. You have to find a family similar to us, similar with the same value sets. That's very important to us, because family is very important to us. So he was very particular about that also. So that's how then subsequently Vamshek said, I'm going to try and talk to my in-laws. There are two aspects to it. One is he wants to talk to his in-laws and impress his in-laws, so that because he's not too familiar, he's not too convenient talking to girls. So he wants to impress his in-laws. So even if he does little mess up with the girl, the parents will step in and convince the girl saying, no, he's a good boy. Okay? So that's his motive. So the 30 minutes Zoom call went for 2 hours. He spoke to them, he talked everything, whatever he knows, only in Tamil, okay? He tried his best to talk all the Tamil words that he knows, everything he tried, and he spoke, okay? He impressed them to the core. At the end of the call, they gave the Sadakshi's phone number to him to talk. So that's a success in there, okay? But then, you have to understand, then still he came back and he said, Amma and Appa, Vaishali, you three go and talk to Sadakshi. So he gave us the chance to go and talk January 19th to January 23rd. Imagine, everything happened. See, you can never, it's my final word. I say yes, you have to accept. No matter what, you cannot question me after that. But if I say no, you can never force me. I said, yeah, that's a fair deal, right? So he went and talked to her on 23rd. By 29th, that's his birthday. On 20th, I asked him, you have a day off tomorrow, it's your birthday, do you want to go and see her? Between 23rd and 28th, he spoke to her 3 times, video calls. Okay? Because she lives in New York, she's doing her MS in Stony Brook, and then he is in Detroit, Ann Arbor. So he said, I can try. So by the time on 23rd, he was coming back, same day he went in the morning and he flew back in the night. And then in the airport, I think I like her. And anyway, and then he took a month, exactly January 23rd, he gave the first call to her. On February 23rd, he proposed to her and she said yes. In the whole process, I have to say, I really wanted to thank Raghuram and Pavitra, because they have really given a precious, really, the most precious thing that she has given to us in our life. And every detail, I have to appreciate Sadakshi's mom, putting every single detail in everything what she does. The best she does, and how nicely, even though Sadakshi is so talented in music, dance, and academically, in every aspect of it, still this girl is so down to earth. You all know, she cooks so wonderfully, okay? But at the same time, how modern, put together a package that, I'm really blessed. Our family is entirely blessed to have Sadakshi, and every credit I want to give it to her parents. And the marriage, the way how I know you all, most of you couldn't make it to the marriage, but so you can see some of the glimpses of the videos that you see soon. But they have done a very, very amazing job. Every single detail, how much of an effort they have taken. Because for Srini and me, the marriage, what we have, at least I had a chance to attend my sister's son's marriage. Srini, the last marriage Srini attended is my brother's marriage, whose kid is about to get into college. Okay, my 22 years back, Srini attended a marriage. So after so many years, they are going back to India, and then such an amazing details of how much they have done. My sincere thanks to Pavitra and Raghuram and the entire family of Pavitra's side and Raghuram's side. So very thankful to you all for giving such a precious gift to us. And I want to assure you guys that because many of you people know how integrated we are with Vamshek and Vaishali, myself and Srini and all. I want to give you the assurance to you, and you guys are watching live stream, I know. I want to give you the assurance that she is just another daughter to me. That's exactly what I said, Sadakshi. I wanted to, when she comes to Dallas, I wanted to feel home. I don't want her to think that she's coming to in-laws place, okay? I never want that. It's a place that she wants to think that Amma, I'm her mother, Amma will make the Vamshik comes here to relax, how Vaishali comes to Dallas to relax. I want Sadhakshi to have the same feeling, and I will never be judgmental on, oh, she's not doing that and this and all that. How I told her I wanted to accept me, unconditional love, what I'm giving into my kids. I will definitely show the same thing to her, and I have the tolerance, I have the love and affection, everything the same how I am with my Vaishali. Okay, I'm hope. I know it's going to take time for her to get to that, but I'm positive that soon that she'll see that me and Srini are nothing but her parents. And thank you, Pavitra, thank you, Raghuram, thank you, everyone, thank you all. And last thanks to everyone. Many of you come from so many places that shows the love and affection you all have for us. I don't know how to thank you all. Thank you! That's me, okay? I'm always bubbly, and she is, most of you know she is the normal quiet guy. I'm the opposite. But I have to say, he influenced me more. I'm getting more mature and trying to be more quiet. I pretend, okay? I try. But the me in me comes out most of the time. But I'm trying to be more good girl, okay? Thank you all.
Hello everyone. Thank you all so much for your patience, and thank you all so much for listening to all of these speeches. The last set thing that we have on our list of things to do today is a video that I prepared that shows their journey to today, and the journey of their love. So I prepared a little slideshow that shows everything from when they were born, to when they met, to the engagement, the proposal, everything. So I really hope you guys enjoy. And we will hopefully have it prepared soon. We, as usual, have a little technical difficulties, but I hope you guys will enjoy as soon as it starts. Thank you all so much for coming, and I hope the food was good and you have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
there is also English cakes are available. If someone is preferring English cakes, that's available as well. So, not all the cakes we have on this side is the edge, but
That's the craziest. I'll take it next. 2 pictures, okay? Come here, Andy. Come here. Can you wait? We have something to do. Yeah.